Alright, what up, Adamsters? Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. Before we begin, we're on our road to 1,000 subs, so if you guys like, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on this post notification bell. I'm a little bit late to this, I know, but there's just a lot of news for many games. I'm trying to get the videos out as fast as possible. We're going to go over the Extreme Z details. So first... We know this guy's real name, all right? And then Raisin. All right, let's see. Attack and defense 250, planetary destruction category allies key +2, attack and defense 40%, plus an additional key +1, defense 30%, and a chance of performing a critical hit 15% for characters who also belong to the space traveling warrior category. Okay, 55%. No, wait, what am I talking about? 70% defensive raise, 40% attack raise. The key +1 is nice, and then we got the critical hit 15%. For one turn from the character's entry turn, we got damage reduction rate 25%, which is nice. As the first attacker in a turn, we got guards all attacks, damage reduction rate 20%, launched an additional super attack with 4 or more key spheres obtained. Okay, so that's nice. As a second or third attacker, this is what I want to see more. I want to see how good are they in the second or third slot. The thing is, I'm not going to be running these guys in the first slot at all anyways, so hopefully they're all right in the third slot. Attack 200, launch an additional super attack, which is nice. Guards all attacks and damage reduction rate 10% with 4 or more key spheres obtained. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. As a third attacker in a turn, you are getting damage reduction rate, only 10% though, with 4 or more key spheres obtained. Is this enough for this unit to actually be good? Depending on what their super attack does, we're going to have to see. And there's more to his passive, so we'll see. Whenever guard is oh yeah, he can guard as well. I forgot about that. Whenever guard is activated, attack and defense 50% up to 200%. Okay, so that is nice. That is nice. That's a nice little buff. That could push him to the limit of being a solid unit to run in a planetary destruction team or like space traveling warrior team. And then when there's another planetary destruction category ally attacking, okay, so we got additional damage reduction rate 20%. So now instead of the 10% in the last slot, he's actually 30% with the guard, with the defensive buffs, with the attack buffs, and additional damage rate 20% when there's holy. So he's actually 50% damage reduction rate if you have planetary destruction and space traveling warriors, which we all know TURLES, right? So this is fantastic. He's going to be a phenomenal third slot unit easily. Raises defense for 4 turns. Would you look at that? Yeah. He's set. He's set. Now it's these guys. We want to see is all these units. I think that they must have done a good job on all of them just because we can get that team up and running. So, I mean, why wouldn't they, right? Key +3 attack and defense 250%. Launched an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Changes key spheres STR to rainbow. Okay, so the rainbow key spheres is actually pretty nice. Because we all know physical Raditz does need some rainbow. I'm pretty sure. Does he need some rainbow, or does he need like a specific amount of orbs? Well, we'll go over him anyways. I never use him, so I have no idea, honestly. For one turn from the character's entry turn, launch an additional super attack. Chance of evading enemies' attack 10%. Per space traveling warriors or terrifying conqueror category ally attacking in the same turn, depending on which category has more members. I say just go full space traveling warriors, guys. Don't even go terrifying conquerors. Full space traveling warriors, I think, is the best thing. Defense 200%, chance of performing a critical hit, and another chance of evading enemy's attack 10%. As the second or third attacker in turn, attack 200, high chance of performing a critical hit, and high chance of evading enemy's attack. So he's looking. These two guys are looking really good. Obviously, you're gonna want the full dodge. You don't want to take a chance of these guys getting hit. The thing is, I don't know how good their defensive capabilities are going to be. They don't have any damage reduction rate. They don't have any guard. So it's like you could go the additional route, to get the for every super attack performed up to 200% faster. You could do that. Their chance of dodging is already really solid, but honestly, I think I would have to go more dodge just for these characters because I don't know just for this character. I don't know how good he's going to be defensively. I mean, the thing is that their dodge is so insane, right? Do you really need? You know what? Build them additional. Honestly, I always build additional. I say build them additional. I don't think they're ever gonna fail a dodge. Their dodge is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, scratch that. Don't even build dodge on them. Just build additionals. I do think they're gonna be cracked because we have. Oh, it's per space traveling warrior. See, I messed up. So they have a 10% per. So yeah, they're like guaranteed dodge. Guaranteed to dodge. Holy, holy, holy. And they're gonna be dishing out some massive, massive damage. The main guy, I want to see myself what kind of beast we're looking at here. All right. Activates the entrance animation when there's a Goku family or Pure Saiyan's category enemy or an enemy whose names include Gohan Kid. So this is already trash. Because what do you mean I can only activate the entrance animation when there's a Goku family or Pure Saiyan's category enemy? See, I wish it was on the team because if it was a pure Saiyan on the team or like a terrifying Conqueror on the team, we're not going to be able to get this all the time, man. That's kind of annoying. But it's a nice support, man. But still, this is already looking bad for my boy TURLES. Obviously, there's a ton of Goku family enemies and pure Saiyan enemies. Basically, everything in the game, if you think about it, besides like Omega Shenron and stuff like that. But still, it should have been like that. All right. I'm not saying it's trash, but having it based on a pure like you can verse Beerus, you're not getting this, right? So it's I kind of wish it wasn't like that. Basic effect: attack and defense 200%, damage rate 20%. When HP is 50% or more, attack plus 100% and then defense 150%. Launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. When attacking with 12 or more key, insane attack. Holy bro. Attack 150%, launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Launches an additional super attack when HP is 50% or less. Attack 400% and defense 100%. For every super attack performed, he has damage reduction rate up to 30%, defense up to 240%, and ki plus 3 up to plus 9. That is crazy. So you're not going to be struggling with ki at all for him. After performing 6 attacks are effective against all types and launch an additional attack. That's really nice. Guarantee launching a super attack after you've done your 6 attacks, and then you're also effective against all types. This guy's going to be hitting like an absolute monster. Damage reduction rate 70% for 1 turn when there's another space traveling warrior character. So for 1 turn, this guy's going to be a demon, and then he's still going to be really, really solid as a second slot unit. First slot, I do think he's going to be able to get caught, but after he supers, I think this guy's set. I don't think anything's going to beat him. And they did a phenomenal job with all these 3 EZAs, and I do think they're like at least like in the top. I don't know. It depends on if you're looking at space traveling, I do think they're in the top 10 because when you run them on Space Traveling Warrior, they're just so good. They're just going to be so good. You can basically kind of just destroy everything with just the new TURLES, which I don't have. But then even if you don't have the new TURLES, you can run this guy as a lead. You got 2 options right here. You got Tech Raditz, you got STR Nappa, and then just have one more. Who knows? There's good options. So it's not looking bad, even for people who haven't got the new the new TURLES. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know down below what you guys think about these EZAs. Peace out, hamsters. Take care.